Hey, what's the crack? Welcome to Arkham Asylum, where the inmates run the show and the Platinum Trophy runs your patience into the ground. I laughed, I cried, and I may have developed a twitch, but I did it. I got the Platinum Trophy. So stick around and I will show you all the chaos that unfolded. But before I get into the chaos, there will be some spoilers. And let's start off the chaos and the trophy hunt with the first one, Free Flow Combo 5. Getting 5 hits in a row and the start of a very long night at Arkham. The first combo was just a warm-up. Not long after, I was back at it, fist flying, and landed the Free Flow Combat 10 trophy. So it was doubling the hits and doubling the pain. So then I doubled that again and passed it straight to the next goon, getting the trophy Free Flow Combat 20. And then I immediately lost it by elbowing the air like it owed me money. Well, let's not talk about that and run on to the next trophy, which was Shocking Rescue. And the only way this trophy can be gained is by knocking out Zaz from doing any more bad. For now. And of course, Zaz is not the only bad guy we're going to be taking on tonight. We're also going to be taking on the man who sets up too many trophies, the Riddler. And speaking of trophies, the next one I got was Leave No Man Behind. And you get this for rescuing a Joker's henchman, even though you give him a concussion, and the prison guards from Joker's toxin. I saved one Joker henchman, but I couldn't save the other one, getting the trophy Malpractice Needs More Practice, and it was for dodging the absolute steroid science experiment. Now, Batman is more than just a crime fighter, he is also a detective, which he proves here by picking up samples left behind by someone else. And after following that lead, it led me to my next trophy, Born Free. And this was got for leaving the intensive care center and going to the island surface. And while on the surface, there was no stopping me from claiming my next trophy, Arkham Analyst, which was acquired for proving how smart Batman is by getting 5% of the Riddler challenges. And while Batman is not going back to the intensive treatment center, it looks like these guys messing with the Batmobile are. Batman may be a great fighter, but even he needs help. This is why he picks up the explosive gel. I said it before and I will say it again. Batman is a great detective, which is how he managed to track and find Harley Quinn. But sometimes I do wonder how intelligent Batman actually is. But let's get back to the trophies with this next one. Just what the doctors ordered. And it was for saving all the doctors in the medical ward. And the fun is never ending at Arkham Asylum, especially with Riddler's challenges. And doing enough of them gave me the trophy, Cryptic Investigator, which was got for only solving 10% of his challenges. Where does he find the time for this? But there are way more stranger things happening in society than just finding trophies. And them strange things are linked to the trophy Daydreamer. It's for not only surviving but also beating Scarecrow while under his toxic effect. So from a psychological trophy to a physical trophy next, with Baneful Payback, which was for fighting and beating Bane in a fight. And then it was on to Batman's Cave Away from Cave, where he picks up his next crucial gadget, the Batclaw. And I say it's crucial because it was well needed for the next trophy, Breaking and Entering. And this trophy is earned by using the Batclaw to gain access to Arkham Manor after Joker's locked it down. Now that Batclaw is not the only thing Batman has. He also learned a new skill, inverted takedowns, even though sometimes they're probably not the most stealthiest thing to do. I then came across a character Easter egg in the morgue, but I'm fairly sure they spelled Liam Neeson wrong. And then things start getting even weirder where Batman takes a walk through Murder Alley. And of course, once I snap out of it, everything returns to normal and I claim my next trophy, Recurring Nightmare. And how it's earned is by proving Batman is not only physically strong but mentally strong and defeating Scarecrow. And Scarecrow's not the only one coming back, which is why I got this trophy, Zaz Cut Down to Size. And it's for using a boomerang to knock out Zaz once again. So Batman stops throwing boomerangs and punches for the moment to become a detective and look for Quincy Sharp. But let's see how good of a detective you are and see if you can tell me what in the name of Christ this fella's doing. Batman gets to Quincy Sharp and he actually helps Batman get his new tool, Cryptographic Sequencer. And that helped me earn my next trophy, Solitary Confinement. And it was for capturing and locking up Harley Quinn, which was a lot tougher than it sounds because you have to battle an army of henchmen just to get to her. And unfortunately I was done with Harley Quinn but not with the Riddler for this next trophy, Lateral Thinker. And unfortunately this trophy is only for getting 25% of the riddles done. It was brawn over brain for this next trophy, Double Trouble. And you get this for flexing your muscle and showing off how you can take down 2 of Joker's roided out henchmen. And it wasn't just trophies I also got Batman a brand new gadget, a zipline. Then the most memorable part of this game happens, and I want to know, how freaked out were you when this happened to you the first time you played it? But of course, there was nothing to worry about, it was just Scarecrow. And after beating him, I earned the trophy, Resist Defeat. fear. And with Scarecrow finally dealt with, we were in the sewers on our way to collect an antidote. And while down there, why not unlock my next trophy, Crocodile Tears, which can only be unlocked by playing a serious game of tag. And by serious, I mean life or death. Okay, now this is getting a bit ridiculous. How did he get out to this part to put this trophy down? I don't have a clue, but with places like that, it definitely wasn't easy unlocking my next trophy, Mystery Solver, which was for finishing 40% of the Riddler challenges. Like this trophy, Rope-a-Dope-a-Dope, is way more believable. Like all you have to do is throw a boomerang perfectly to cut down a lad you tied up onto another lad. Or this part's even more believable, where Batman can dodge multiple men also while taking on a giant roided out Titan. And speaking of which, this is where I claim my next trophy, Freak Show Rodeo, which I used that Titan to take down 5 henchmen. Or how's this trophy for unrealistic? Poisoned Ivy, which is got for fighting a woman who can control plants. And it is a lot harder than it sounds. Just like this next trophy, Party Pooper would be. And it is gained by knocking out all the henchmen in this tiny room congratulating Batman. And here's a piece of advice if you're struggling. Use the explosive gel before you begin. And then of course after that there's more fighting, but this time you're fighting Titans. And once they're dealt with, I earned 3 trophies. Big Bang, which was for defeating the game on easy mode. The next one was Bigger Bang for beating the game on normal difficulty. And then the last one, Biggest Bang, was unlocked for beating the game on the hardest difficulty. But don't worry, the fun didn't stop there because there's still the Riddler stuff to do. Speaking of which, that is what my next trophy is, Conundrum Cracker, which is for solving 55% of the Riddler challenges, which is either picking up Riddler trophies or picking up and listening to interview tapes. And all I can say is thank God they put maps to find this shit. After a while, I did unlock Mental Athlete, which can only be gained by doing 70% of the Riddler challenges, which can be finding invisible question marks and solving stupid ass riddles. And some riddles just left me with more questions, like why is there a seesaw in an insane asylum for adults? Or what was that guy doing in the bathroom while I tried to solve a riddle? Solving more riddles didn't answer my question, but did unlock more trophies, like Riddle Resolver, which was got for solving 85% of the Riddler challenges. Also, why is one of the riddles just destroying fake teeth? And then I finally got what I was after, Crack the Enigma, which was for solving all the Riddler's clues. And I may not get to see the Riddler captured, but at least I got him captured. These did count towards the Riddler's challenges, but they also counted towards another trophy, World's Greatest Detective, and it was for finding out who the spirit of Arkham Amadeus was. And then it was on to a few easier trophies like Night Glider, which is unlocked for continuously gliding for over 100 meters. And another easy trophy, Catch, and it is as simple as catching a boomerang. And I have absolutely no idea how he caught that. And with the easiest trophies out of the way, it was then time to go on to the hardest ones. And I say it's the harder ones because you have to fight and do it well, which is where you have to get good. And that's exactly what I tried to do, and did, by getting my first trophy, Free Flow Bronze. And this is only got by achieving 8 medals on the combat challenges. And the medals are them little batarangs, which is got for achieving a certain amount of points throughout 4 rounds. And at this point I was feeling very confident, like I was getting so much better at this game. But it wasn't long before this guy put me in my place. After getting absolutely smacked like I owe that guy money, I decided it was time for a comeback. So I went full tryhard mode and pulled off Free Flow Perfection, and was for landing a combo using all of Batman's moves, which basically means I hit these lads with every move in Batman's playbook. Elbows, flips, dramatic cape slaps, you name it, they got it. Doing all them variations as well helps a lot to get points. It gives you 5,000 for all of them. Fighting Titans as well gives you a lot of points, and if you do it a certain way, you get the trophy Mano a Mano. And that certain way you have to fight the Titan is without any batarangs and just take it down. All the normal combat trials were done. At this point I had to go on to the extreme ones, and all that means is it means you need more points for some of them, and there's a lot more guys. Remember when I said this is the part where I have to get good? Well, this is where I finally started doing it. Getting the trophy Free Flow Combo 40. It's for getting a combo of 40 moves. And it wasn't long after that that I got the trophy Free Flow Silver, which is for achieving 16 medals on combat challenges. And I know it only shows 2 medals here, but don't worry, I eventually did get 3, and this led me to the next trophy, Free Flow Gold, which was for getting 24 combat medals, which is all of them. And if you were struggling like I was on the timer one, here's a piece of advice. Run to the platform on the right and use the explosive jet. Next up is Flawless Free Flow Fighter. It's for completing a combat challenge without taking a single hit. So I'd recommend going back to the very first combat challenge and praying to God you don't get hit. So the combat challenges were done, it was on to the easier challenges, the Predator ones. For the Predator challenges, the way you earn medals is by doing certain requirements. But just before I start getting the medals, I wanted to get a different trophy called Invisible Predator. And this can only be got by completing one Predator challenge using silent takedowns only and not being detected. And with that trophy acquired, it was time to get the next one, Predator Bronze, which was for achieving 8 Predator medals. I don't think Batman was doing the Predator thing quite right. He did eventually though to earn the trophy Predator Silver, which was for achieving 16 medals on the Predator challenges. I then went on to get the Predator Gold trophy, which is for getting all the Predator medals in all the Predator challenges. And I can't tell which is more terrifying, Batman hiding around any corner or Batman come flying through a glass pane to catch you. But after a lot of chaos and a wild night, I got the trophy Perfect Night and was for 100% completion. And then it was time for the big moment, the Platinum Trophy. Like getting the ultimate badge of honor for surviving Gotham's chaos and coming out on top. And the rating I'm going to put down for this one is a 7 out of 10. All because of those combat medals. They're hard enough to keep you frustrated, but not too much that you're going to rage quit. Just keep practicing and eventually you'll get it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day and goodbye.